Well, good evening, everyone. It is meteorologist Terry Swales. Got a little weather briefing for you tonight, a little treat too. It's going to be a video one as opposed to the written version that you usually see. Just had too many things going on today, so this will make it a little bit easier for me. But I wanted to start you off with the satellite picture here tonight. These GOES satellite images we have today are just fantastic, but you can clearly see right down here in the screen that is what is left of Dorian, still a significant hurricane, but you'll also notice too in the convection around it, it's mostly on the east and southern side, so it's nowhere near as strong as it was. Looks like it's going to try and track on up the east coast and could make some landfall in South Carolina or North Carolina. Not going to be a major hurricane most likely, but perhaps a Cat 2, and there's going to be a lot of rain then from South and North Carolina right on up to perhaps as north as Boston. So they're going to get a pretty good blow out of this. A lot of coastal erosion and some gusty winds in that area, but the top winds probably not much more than 110, 115 miles per hour, which is a whole lot better than that sustained 185. Back in the upper Midwest, we're getting on the backside of a ridge of high pressure now, and as a result of that, going to have a little turn to the winds from the south tomorrow. That should be a pretty good day for us. Temps should climb up to around 80 degrees. And overall, with the storm track running up to the north here, things are going to be pretty quiet for us as we go through the next couple of days here, probably right on into early Saturday. But here's the storm track right now, and the jet streams are rolling across the Canadian border here. And there's your hurricane. That's the energy associated with that down over the southeast. So this is why there's not too much happening in the Midwest for now. We're going to let this thing play out for you here. And what you're going to notice is that the storm track continues to remain pretty well to the north here as we go through the next few days, and eventually right in this area here over the central U.S. you can see a ridge starting to develop, and that should actually pump some pretty good warm dry air into the Midwest. And I'm expecting an unusually warm period of weather for this summer as we get on out there around day 8, 9, maybe into day 10. So that's something to look forward to there. But you can certainly see the overall pattern not nearly as active as it was, which is pretty typical at this time of the year. So let's move on past that then. And this is the day 0 through 5 temperature departures. You'll notice the storm track kind of cutting across the upper Midwest. There's the cool air up in Canada, and there's some of the warmth that's starting to build down to the southwest of us. So through the next 5 days, pretty typical temperatures expected around here. But then we're going to take you out into the day 5 through 10 period here, and you're going to notice that this warm air starts to build, and look at the departures that are going on there by the time we get to Monday, September 9th, and that'll take you out through the 14th. Well above normal temperatures expected here in the Midwest, something we have not seen too much of here in recent times. As far as precipitation goes, this is for the next 10 days on the Euro, and you can see that with this ridge down to the south, it's very dry down that way and warm. On the north fringes of that, you got your ring of fire pattern. That's where things will be active up here in the upper Midwest, and so that's where the majority of the precipitation is expected to occur. And you'll notice too on the anomalies here, this is the 10-day anomalies for precipitation. Very dry from Missouri and southern Illinois down into the Gulf of Mexico, and then you get your ring of fire right around here, and that's where some showers and storms will be found occasionally through the upper Midwest. Doesn't look like a huge amount of precipitation, but some rain certainly on occasion, and that's a good thing for us. We could use a little of that. Been pretty dry here the last couple of months. Now then, let's take you to what's our next weather system, and that's coming in over the weekend. And you can see here on the GFS, pretty good swath of rain cutting through Iowa here. This is late Saturday night, Sunday morning. It's a little bit slower than the Euro is, but there is going to be a system that's going to come in here later on towards the weekend, probably late Saturday, Saturday night, and Sunday, and that is likely going to hold the temperatures down a little bit with the clouds and the precipitation that's expected to result from that. But that's not until later on Saturday or Saturday night, and up until that time, things look pretty quiet and uneventful here in the Midwest, and as a result of that, I'll wrap this up for tonight and hope you get a chance to enjoy that a nice day that's coming our direction tomorrow.